サンフランシスコオラクルパーク。ジャイアンツ本拠地サンフランシスコでも大人気の大谷翔平選手。ジャイアンツのホームグラウンドにもかかわらず、スタジアムには二刀流デーの大谷翔平選手を一目見ようと、両チームのファンが大勢集まりました。今日は試合に、妻が大谷翔平選手の大ファンを公言している名将ベーカー氏が観戦。ただ、今日その奥様は不在のようで、彼女は今日は来てないよ。大谷のために飛び回るなって言ってるんだよ。わら。今日は良い試合を期待したいね。と奥様に釘を刺されていると明かし、ベーカー家でも大谷選手の存在感は絶大なようです。さて、今日の試合が始まる前にも、グラウンドはすでに笑いに包まれていました。昨日スタンドのファンも注目する中、ジャイアンツのマスコット、ルーシールが大谷選手のそばに近づいたかと思うと、大谷選手が使っていたスプレーをわざと倒したんです。それを見た大谷選手、すぐにロバーツ監督へ助けを求めました。ところがルーシールはとぼけた顔で知らんぷり。試合前のグラウンドで起きた、ほっこりする一コマでした。そして今日もルーシールは大谷選手を見かけるなり、いたずらを仕掛けようとしたのですが、今日は二刀流で、さすがの大谷選手も相手にしている余裕はなかったのか、笑顔だけ返してさらりとスルーしていました。他球場のマスコットからも大人気の大谷翔平選手。敵地サンフランシスコでも、その愛されキャラは健在でした。そして今日の二刀流デーでは、初回から大谷選手のエンジンは全開でした。先頭打者アダメスを外角159キロの直球で見逃し三振に仕留めると、2安打を許す場面もありましたが、アウトは全て三振。最高の立ち上がりを見せてくれました。2回には100マイル、約161キロの直球も解禁。さらにタイミングをずらす投球術も披露するなど、打者を完全に手玉に取りました。これには、いたずらをしていたルーシールも驚いた様子を見せていました。そして2回から3イニング連続で三者凡退。5回を終えて球数はわずか68球と、驚くほど安定したリズムで回を重ねていきました。6回には2アウトに、三塁のピンチの場面をスイーパーで三振を奪うと、雄たけびを上げました。大谷翔平選手は今日6回91球5安打0四球7奪三振0失点で、防御率は 0.38。防御率 0.38 は MLB 内では2位。そしてナ・リーグでは1位に浮上しました。そして、大谷翔平選手降板直後、両チーム無得点が続いた7回にドジャース2番手ドライヤーが連打でピンチを招くとベイリーに先制ランを被弾。そして直後の8回に大谷翔平選手は第4打席を迎えましたが、相手2番手、キリアンに対しワンボールワンストライクからの3球目、内角直球を狙いましたが打ち上げてしまいレフトフライに。4打席続けて凡退し、昨年8月24日のパドレス戦から続いた連続試合出塁記録は53で止まりました。試合後、大谷翔平選手はインタビューで、6回のピンチをしのぎ、雄たけびを上げた場面を振り返りました。
You look at just this outing, it's clear you had all of your stuff working. Can you describe just navigating through their lineup and being so efficient tonight?
全体的に調子が良かったのかなと思うんですけども、やっぱりいいペースでは来てたので7回までいければベストだったかなとは思います。
In that sixth inning, how did you find just kind of the stuff playing? So we obviously saw the emotions with that final strikeout.
そうですか、ライン線抜けて最後は2、3塁で収まってはいたので、もう最後は三振だけ狙いに行って、投げました。
Talk about wanting to get into the seventh inning. I mean, what do you think the need is from your side to be able to get back out there and just, I guess, pitch count was at 93, but to put yourself in a position to push more?
どうですか、今日はもう 0-0 だったので、球数よりももう1点もやらないことの方が重要だったので、ゲームを見ながら打ち取らせるところはしっかり前に飛ばせて、早いカウントでアウトが取れれば長くは投げれるとは思いますけど、今日のゲームはそういうゲームではなかったので、1イニング1イニングどっちが先に点を取るかのゲームだったのかなと思っています。
そして現在敵地でのダイヤモンドバックス戦で5試合連発となる10号2ランを放ったホワイトソックス村上宗隆選手。地元放送局の放送席も簡単。獲得前の不安要素を完全に覆す大爆発に、今オフの MLB 最高の契約などと絶賛の声が上がっています。 この活躍に村上選手のメジャーでの活躍を気にかけている大谷翔平選手も喜び、今日の5試合連続本塁打達成でメジャー新人タイ記録、大谷翔平選手に並ぶ日本選手タイ記録、ホワイトソックスの球団タイ記録と規格外の存在感を示す村上選手。ホームランを打つことは好きですが、長打を狙っているわけではないです。しっかり自分のスイングをすることを日本の時から心がけています、と秘訣を明かしていました。この快挙にホワイトソックス解説席も大盛り上がり。
Nothing. Two John Triffin compliments to you, none to me. But I got this. Mune Murakami. Look at that. Home runs in 5 consecutive games for number 5. How about that?
That's, you know, Ian, we talked about it earlier, way before this happening. We kind of know exactly what we have little idea the first couple games in Milwaukee, what type of hitter is going to be. You know what I mean? Strikeout, home runs, base on balls. And now we got a couple of infield hits.
Yeah.
I like that too.
All right, we have I know the White Sox lost the game, but we've got a great post-game show for you.
そしてロバーツ監督は大谷選手とタッカー選手の打撃不調に言及しました。
Just with Shohei, ohtani, and even when you look at this game, I mean, it was clear he was excellent tonight. What were you just seeing from him and how he's continued to just build off of each outing this year?
He was outstanding. You saw it from the outset. Just his where his head was at. The velocity, you know, it was going to be hard to get runs off of him tonight. And, you know, unfortunately, we couldn't support him on the offensive side. But, yeah, I mean, he was, can't say enough about how good he was tonight on the mound.
With Jack Dreyer, what were you seeing from him, especially just, I guess, really in that at-bat against Patrick Bailey and how Bailey was able to get to him?
You know, I think it was just one of those things where, you know, he saw a lot of the same pitches, the slider, and then, you know, he got count leverage and then tried to bury it and left it up, and he put a good swing on it. So, so yeah, I mean, I just, yeah, tonight he left a fastball up to Lee, and then the breaking ball or something it was to Ramos, and then obviously right there we needed a strikeout, and that's what they felt, you know, was best to get the strikeout, and didn't get it there. Yeah, we just really haven't, you know, tonight actually, the line score certainly wasn't great, wasn't good. I thought there were a lot more balls hit well tonight versus last night. Production was the same. Yeah, you know, it was just, yeah, I don't have an answer right now, and we got a tough one tomorrow versus Webb. So we got to find a way to you know, keep fighting, keep competing, and hopefully, you know, we take some good at bats tomorrow.
Drop off the quality of at bats at all these last couple?
You know, I thought you know, each of the nights, you know, there was a couple pivotal at bats that I think that, you know, could have pushed a run across and we didn't come through, and you know, situationally, and so that certainly impacted the outcome of both these games. And you know, up to this point, I think we've been pretty good situationally, but these last two, when you're not hitting homers and you're not, you know, scoring a bunch of runs, you got to be good situationally. And you know, the last two, the opportunities that we did have, we just couldn't come through there.
Last week and a half or so, ohtani and Tucker at the plate. We haven't seen too many hits there. What are you seeing from those two guys?
Yeah, I think Shohei, I don't know. You know, I think that the aggressiveness is still there. I think at times, you know, there's a little bit of too much pull in there, and then, you know, then I think he makes a concerted effort to stay on the ball, see it a little bit longer, and then gets beat a little bit with the fastball. So I think for me, I've said it for a long time, when he stays to the middle of the field, there's no one better. So with Tuck, I think that he's just, he's just clearly not comfortable, and he's frustrated doing extra work with the hitting guys, but I don't right now have an answer. I think that, when he does get a pitch in the zone, in his hitting zone, he's just not, whether it's not putting a good swing on it or, getting beat. So yeah, I don't really have an answer for that.
試合後解説席では明日の大谷翔平選手の出場が気になる様子。
Well, it was one run in the first game of this series, down to no runs today. Dodgers shut out for the first time this year in a 3-0 defeat.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a flat tire with these bats very long, but hopefully they wake up tomorrow. And I don't think throughout this year, this is going to be one of the best offenses in baseball. They're just having a tough time right now.
Starting pitching's been great in both games. Yamamoto last night, Ohtani tonight, and tomorrow Tyler Glasnow has his chance to play stopper.
Tyler Glasnow, it seems like we run an ace out there every night. We just need to start supporting him. Hopefully the bats wake up. I don't know what they'll do with the 12:45 start with Ohtani. Will he get tomorrow off, or will he be in there? But they need some kind of spark plug.
As they try to get it done against Logan Webb. So it's a really good pitching matchup to wrap up this series. Glasnow against Webb, 12:45 from here in San Francisco.
以上、今回もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。別の動画でもお会いできるのを楽しみにしております。